I need absolute silence while I fall into character. Welcome back, Let Us Review Cinema. Hope y'all are having an amazing day. That's Whittaker. That's John. And I'm Trevor. Let us review Marvel's The Avengers. We're so excited to review this movie. Freaking Mr. John had talked to me off camera a couple weeks ago, whenever he saw it. I kind of already know his thoughts, but Whittaker does not. And I'm excited for him to hear it. But anyways, you know us. We're known for doing hot takes. Some more hot than others. John, freaking cold takes over here. But anyways.
Or overcooking them.
Yeah, there's no in between. There's no in between. But we're proud of you for some of your hot takes. I want you to know that. Like, John, we're proud of you.
I appreciate it.
We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Whittaker, you're all right. Your hot takes are all right. Anyways.
I'm decent. Right. I'm decent at best. I'm decent.
We are going to be doing some hot takes again. I will let y'all know. If y'all want to do just a regular hot take, y'all can. Mine's going to be about a video game. It's not going to be about a movie. It's going to be about a video game. And then we're going to be introducing a new segment that I have not told the boys yet. I have not told them yet, but I'm excited.
Boys,
it's pretty derivative of the hot takes, but with a twist on it. And then finally, we're going to be ending it off talking about Marvel's The Avengers. I wanted to put more time towards that just because of how big of a movie it was. How big of a movie it was for the year 2012 for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm very excited, but I'm going to go ahead and kick us off with the first hot take. It does have to do with a video game. I'm looking at it right now, actually. Marvel's The Avengers. This came out early 2020s, maybe like 2020, 2021.
Took forever to come out.
Yeah, it took long enough. I will say, this game's not that bad. Like, I think it's a pretty good game. The only negative I have about it is that fighting the AIM robots is so repetitive, and it gets kind of honestly annoying. But literally, other than that, I love the game so much.
The suits are pretty nice, I will say. The suits are nice. I like the customization of the characters. Only thing I don't like is that it's just they were trying to replicate Spider-Man with this game, but with a team. Me personally, I enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy game more than I did the Avengers game. That's not my hot take. That's just me. I enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy game better.
I've never played it, but I do want to play it. I heard that like you can play music during it. Like, I'm
it's
excited.
Fun.
But
it's fun.
Mr. John, have you played Marvel's Avengers?
No.
All right, cool. I figured.
Yep.
Anyways, I just think it's such a cool thing that nobody played it, so that they would just give you like all the suits. Every suit in the game they just gave to you because nobody played it. And I'm rocking like all the MCU characters, like their specific suits. I think I got for Black Panther the suit from Civil War, and then Thor I've got the Infinity War look. But anyways, since John has not played this game, I'm just going to move on from that hot take. But it does seem like Whittaker might agree with me a little bit, maybe.
It's not bad. It's just I don't know how much I enjoy that game because it's just like I let other people's opinions drive the game for me before I actually played it. So that's the part where I'm like, is it bad? Is it good? Like I mean, the story is, I don't know. It's like it tries to take all the things in the MCU that we didn't get, like AIM and like Roxxon and all that kind of stuff, and they just like, how can we try to make this an MCU game but not an MCU game? You know, like we're trying too hard to try to do a blend of both. I think the Captain America suit's fire. The one we got on the original cover. I love that suit. Yeah. That suit is like tactical Captain America. Like, heck yeah, brother. Spider-Man, I'm not so big of the lenses. The lenses kind of throw me off a little bit.
The mechanics in that game, bro, were booty. God. Like the Lego Marvel game had better swinging mechanics than an Avengers video game. It's kind of sad.
Facts.
Very sad. Anyways, I'll let y'all choose who wants to go next. I don't know if you have yours yet.
I got my hot take.
Oh, let's hear it.
I just thought about this. Nothing to do with MCU, and this is like genuinely like. No, that's a hot take because I know that a lot of people do like this movie. Wall-E, the robot movie Wall-E, so overrated. So overrated.
What are you talking about? I literally have him right here. You're just gonna tell him that he's overrated? What? How are you gonna tell me that this little guy is overrated?
Bruh. Okay, I'm gonna wait until Trevor.
You just made Trevor going back to being straight. He's back in the closet now.
Outside of the movie. Well, he
I'm
can't.
not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I didn't close the other closet door because my stomach was sticking too far out. So that's why it was left open.
I'm not outside of Meet the Robinsons because that's like also a robot movie. I'm just not a big fan of robot movies, and everybody loves Wall-E, and I have never really liked it.
Wait, what do you think of Meet the Robinsons?
Meet the Robinsons is a good movie.
Okay.
That's a great movie. That's why I said like outside Meet the Robinsons.
That's like
most robot movies are like. No, I love Meet the Robinsons.
Have you seen the movie called Robots with Ewan McGregor and Robin Williams? And I'm trying to think of who else is on the movie.
Ago, yeah.
That is my favorite robot movie. Well, actually,
he doesn't
Real
know
Steel,
actors' names.
Real Steel is my favorite robot movie, hands down.
Anyways,
Pacific Rim.
Real Steel
my
is
hot take is
100% better.
Yeah,
Right.
Wall-E is pretty overrated.
I don't agree.
I know. That's why it's a hot take.
That is why it's a hot take, but I think you should just stop giving hot takes.
Hot take's so bad.
What's good though is that I don't think he burnt this take, and it wasn't a cold take. So this might have been one of.
It's just a little undercooked.
Slightly
Undercooked for the slightly undercooked.
Bro.
All right, so my hot take has to do with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the second movie out of the Spider-Verse movie.
That Into. I want to know. Into is the first one.
Oh, sorry. Across the Spider-Verse. Sorry, my bad. Across. Sorry. I want to know, before I say this, I want to know what y'all's opinion on the movie is.
I don't think
I thought it was great. I saw it on a plane.
I do think Into is better.
It's pretty cool.
But I still think Across is
this is the animated stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. No, I thought it was I actually kind of like the animated version.
I think
so. My hot take has to do with a certain character in that show who just gives a certain aura. You know, he is the king of aura farming because he has the biggest aura farmer actor of all times, Oscar Isaac's Miguel O'Hara. I love the character so much. I love his aura he has of being an angry Peter. But I hate the fact that he's the villain. They should have gone with Morlun in the original Into the Spider-Verse comics. Like, the vampires are actually hunting the Spider-Man's essence. But they kind of wasted all the potential on Miguel O'Hara. Granted, he's one of the biggest aura farms of all time in animated movie history, but I just hate the fact that he's the villain of this story. We were really set up Into the Spider-Verse for him to be like hey, we need to protect the Spider-Verse from something that's even bigger than me. And he is like one of the biggest Spider-Men in the world, apart from 616 Peter and Miles and all the iterations. But I didn't like the fact that he was portrayed as a villain or like the TVA. Like, he was portrayed to be this central figure of this entire organization that is a bad character. I just hate the way they represent him. I wish we got more of a positive side of him to where we actually saw him doing more good rather than him being this tyrant of trying to make sure canon events are still going on, even though that's just like, I don't know. Ever since I watched the movie for the first time, it always left a bitter taste in my mouth, but I wasn't really thinking about it too much until last week when I was like, what is it about this movie that I don't like so much? What is it about Beyond Across the Spider-Verse that I'm just like, I don't know. I don't feel like watching it. I feel like watching the first one Into the Spider-Verse, but Across, I'm like, I don't know. It makes me very nervous for Across, because if they play into this whole thing of Miguel O'Hara still being the bad guy, and they don't have Moreland or any of the vampires, I don't want it. I don't want it, and it's taken too long at this point. Like, we're gonna get Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse before GTA 6, which is good.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Is that what I just said?
Beyond the Spider-Verse. You keep saying Across.
My bad. This is how much I don't.
Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out after GTA 6.
Well,
For
regardless,
now.
I don't.
For now.
I've lost all the essence of being excited for that movie because of the fact of the delays, and I know it's going to end up just like A Quiet Place Part 2, where it's going to be overdone, overthought, and then there's going to be plot holes left and right that I'm just going to be like, what happened to this? So, that's my hot take. I wish they would have not used Miguel O'Hara as the main villain or antagonist. I wouldn't say he's a villain. He's definitely an antagonist. I just don't like the fact that they used him at all. The Spider-Man. Ideally, if you're going to use a Spider-Man who is trying to protect universes at a calculated level, Miguel O'Hara is not that. We need a superior Spider-Man for that. We need a Doc Ock in Peter's body for that. And we didn't even get that. Like, that genuinely pisses me off. Because of the fact that Superior Spider-Man is literally in his name. He is the Superior Spider-Man. Because he has such a level of ingenuity and smarts about him. And he's freaking Doc Ock in Spider-Man's body. That is my hot take.
Sweet.
So we probably was not controversial, but at least it's true. Like, Trevor's contemplating a little too deeply on it, I think.
But if it wasn't Miguel O'Hara, then we wouldn't have gotten all the aura farming scenes.
I'd rather have a good story than aura farming.
I feel like
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
I feel like, obviously, I don't read a lot of comics, so I don't know the true origin of Spider-Man 2099. But I feel like, obviously, they changed it, right, from the comics. Okay, so I feel like it's okay to change stuff, you know?
Okay, basically, the storyline is that there are these vampires that are hunting Spider-Man, and Madam Web gets all these Spider-Man together, just like they did in the 90s cartoon. Not Dakota Johnson, Madam Web, mind you, like old wrinkly Madam Web, all right?
The GOAT.
The story goes that there are these vampires hunting for the essence of these spider people, and the stronger their essence is, the more powerful the vampires become. And apparently, this is the reason why I say Superior Spider-Man, is because in the comics, Superior Spider-Man actually betrays the Spider Legion, or whatever kind of group. I don't remember what the name of the group is called, but he betrays them to kind of save his own skin. But it would have made a whole lot more sense for that, because I don't think, in my mind, Spider-Man 2099 is not that much greater of a Spider-Man than just your regular 616 Peter. He's an iteration of Spider-Man that has different attributes. Like, he's got the claws, he's got the teeth, he's got like the more primal instinct of Spider-Man, but he's not that much greater than regular Peter Parker. And the technology advancements. I just don't think he was really. I don't think he needed to be exaggerated as much as he did. Like, sure, I loved how dude was like the better Spider-Man version of Kingpin from the first movie. So Into the Spider-Verse, he was just the next Kingpin. That's what I hate that they portrayed him as, because he had such broad shoulders. Like, this figure was so broad that you're like, he's interrogating to look at. I wish they would have stick with the original design that they had. Now, it's still a great design, but I just don't think Miguel O'Hara was the perfect person to go for an antagonist.
Yeah, but it makes more sense for him to have the broad shoulders, because he can't stick to walls. So he's got to, like, claw and pull his way up every single time. So it makes sense why he's jacked.
But still, I don't think he was the best candidate for that. I still think Superior Spider-Man, or even any other Spider-Man who's genuinely known as evil versions of Spider-Man, would have been better. Like, that makes more sense to me.
I will say Moreland is out because the general audience doesn't care and won't really know who Moreland is.
The true
compared
fans
to
of Spider-Man will
2099.
know who Moreland is.
Yeah, but
It's
these movies are geared towards kids, and the kids of those generations probably don't read comic books.
They need to. We need to start taking away those iPads from those kids.
Facts. Download.
Anyway,
what's that comics app? I don't know.
Marvel Unlimited, I think is the name of it.
Sponsor us. Anyways,
but that's my hot take. I don't think Miguel O'Hara should have been the antagonist. I think a better antagonist would have been Moreland in the Vampires or Superior Spider-Man.
you seem
That's my hot
very
take.
passionate about this hot take, considering you talked for like 5 minutes.
I really love. There's only one comic book I really love, and that's the 2015 across and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse series. Because there's a certain panel. If you look up Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse comic, there's a single page that is just so iconic. It's all these Spider-Man, from Aunt May being Spider-Man, or the T-Rex Spider-Man, to Ghost Spider, Gwen Stacy, Miles Morales, all these things. That page is so iconic to me because I just remember seeing inspiration from that, from an artist standpoint. Because I used to draw back in the day. I'm still not a good drawer, but I used to see that, and I'm like, that's what I want to achieve to. That's the kind of greatness and the awesomeness I want to get to. Now, nothing beats a good Alex Ross comic book, because Alex Ross is one of the greatest comic book artists ever, behind Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby is probably one of the greatest comic book.
He's the goat.
Yes, see?
Alex Ross, the GOAT.
Yes. But I don't know how you feel about the whole antagonist thing, Trevor.
It
I know
doesn't
Jonathan's
really bother
like,
me because I've read like 2 comic books in my life, and one of them's like a DC comic. So it doesn't really bother me, only because I don't have the knowledge of what they're inspiring this off of. Like, the only knowledge I do have is the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show, where they brought in the Spider-Verse, but even then it wasn't to the scale of the movie. So, and I'm sure it wasn't the scale to the comic book either, but I think since I don't have the knowledge of the comic book, I'm more lenient on comic adaptations, just because it doesn't bother me.
well, I mean, that's fair. But you haven't read much comics for like Avengers or anything like that, right? Like nothing at all. Like
the only thing Avengers related I've read is the Civil War comic, and that's not even an Avengers comic, technically.
so, in the standpoint of that, do you feel like the Civil War we got was appropriated to the cinematic universe, or they could have done a little bit better?
They could have done
That's
way
exactly-
better, bro.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There was.
John's just eating his popcorn.
He's enjoying the
chewing on a
show.
piece of gum.
Oh, my bad.
With Civil War, there was obviously limitations that they're trying to get into a. This has become like a whole discussion from hot takes. This is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
They-
Come on, wrap it up.
it's-
We got some stuff to do.
Facts.
Just leave us with one final thought, Mr. Whittaker.
One final thought. I get it's very difficult to try to cram everything into an hour to 2.5 hour time limit, but there's a lot more you could add, which I'm sure they didn't think about until the very end of post-production or even after the movie came out, that I'm just like, where is all the things that the fans are going to be looking for? Because across the Spider-Verse, excuse me, there were so many Spider-Man that were missing. I don't feel like they gave us enough cameos for Spider-Man on that one. I really don't. I love the Donald Glover reference. I love seeing all the different Spider-Mans. I love the meme. I saw the Spider-Man Unlimited. Dude, that was my favorite one. I grew up on Spider-Man Unlimited. That was my favorite Spider-Man TV show growing up. But I just think there was a lot more that was lost in translation of how to trying to get a massive scale of infinite realities to the point of where it could have been a little bit more interesting from the characters that we do know from multiple realities, and I just think it got lost in translation of trying to make it into a movie. So that's my final thought with that.
That was a long final thought, but
Enough said.
we appreciate it.
Enough said.
And
We're
the
going to
great
be
words of
getting
Stanley.
into the new segment. Like I said earlier, it is a little derivative of hot takes, because we are going to be reading, or I'm going to be reading off general hot takes about anything, and we're going to see what we think about them. We're going to rate them,
Okay.
technically. All right.
That's cool.
The first hot take. This might end up becoming a common segment we do. We don't know. A hot dog is technically a type of taco. We'll do a thumbs up or thumbs down if we agree or not. All right. 3, 2, 1.
The freaking thing every single time. I swear, I need to turn it off. I need to find a way.
I've heard that, like, have you all heard about like the sandwich theory of like different things being like the sandwich, and so that's kind of what I thought of. But I mean, I don't think I've ever heard a taco being or a hot dog being a taco. I mean, it makes sense, but nah.
I think it's a. I think yes, because a flour tortilla is still made of bread, and so you just basically have a hot dog meat in your buns made of bread. So I'm sorry, I was trying to find a way to make it a good joke, and it absolutely turned out horrible.
No, I loved it.
I kind of like this.
You got some meat in your buns, Trevor.
It's
That's going on YouTube.
Yep, very reminiscent of
Of our channel.
Is this all food hot takes, or is this just like random Reddit
Random
hot takes?
This is so cool. I kind of like expanding.
I'm on WikiHow, and they do have sections. They have animal hot takes, food hot takes, brands, like hot takes about brands, fashions. They have sports hot takes. We'll do a sport hot take next. But Whittaker,
and then we'll do movies.
Explain about your reasoning for giving it a thumbs up.
You just did.
I just did.
Facts. Meat in your buns. I completely forgot.
It's. I don't know. It's a very thin line. It's a very thin line because a hot dog is not that much different than a hoagie. Like, if you think about it, it's bread sliced in the middle that has fillings in it. So it's like the sandwich theory. I don't know. I would consider it, yes, being a taco because you have a single thing or a intentional food item or protein choice in the middle between another food item. So then would you take?
They are connected.
Then would that technically mean a taco is another form of a sandwich? Which one came first, a taco or a sandwich?
Well, the reason why I say it's not a sandwich is because a sandwich is two separate pieces.
Yeah, that's true.
Over top and underneath. But a hot dog is connected, tacos are connected.
But then you do have certain subs that are just like you slice the bread down the middle. You don't just completely slice the bread into two pieces, right? That's what I'm trying to think. Like, are then some subs considered hot dogs, or are they considered tacos? I guess it's just a shape, because a sandwich you have to have multiple layers.
It's just a shape, but like
and
we have
bread on top and bread on bottom. I don't know.
We call it like a hot dog is called a hot dog, right?
It's actually called a Frankfurter, but
whatever.
The original name is Frankfurter.
Technically, I mean, I know we're just I know this is just kind of a silly segment, but
they got hot takes on politics.
Oh,
yeah, we're not.
That would be spicy.
That's gonna get us canceled.
Yeah,
that's gonna get us canceled.
Find some movie hot takes.
Okay.
Jeez,
no,
this is what
we'll
we're here
do a sports
for.
one for because we talked about meat for John, and we might as well talk about sports for him also.
That's crazy.
Okay. All right, Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Tom Brady. I'm guessing this is just talking about overall.
What defines greatness?
Okay,
so here
that is deep, bro. Put that on your wallpaper, John.
Okay. Here's the thing: it's 2026. They haven't played in years, and so I don't know the stats on these two individual quarterbacks. Obviously, both super good. Like I saw Tom Brady for years, obviously, and I was like pretty familiar with Eli. I mean, I was a teenager, and so it's been like 10 years since I've seen at least Eli. Or did you say Eli or Peyton? Sorry.
Peyton.
You said Peyton? Yeah, Peyton. Overall, I think Tom Brady. I'm gonna say Tom Brady only because obviously he has as many wins, Super Bowl wins, as any quarterback. He has the most, I think. Don't quote me on that. And then obviously I don't know the individual stats for both of those quarterbacks, but yeah, no, I would say Tom Brady's better only because also whenever he left the Patriots and went to the Buccaneers and led them to the Super Bowl, the thing is that Tom Brady played for Bill Belichick for years because Belichick was the manager for the Patriots. When Tom Brady left, Belichick was still the manager for the Patriots, and the Patriots were booty cheeks, right?
But you also, to also add on to that, Gronkowski left to go to the Buccaneers as well. So their two star players, like their top two players. What is this? What is this?
Yes, every quarterback has like their known guy. Yes, I agree.
But it's like if you take the most vital part of your team and move it to another team, of course that other team is going to win, right? It's like if you take. Here's the thing that I'm thinking about, not stats wise, because I had this conversation no less than 2 weeks ago with someone at work about the same kind of dynamic. Who is the greater player, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? LeBron James has more.
You've unlocked a new one, Whittaker.
Like, what is this? I don't know what. Do I just need to start doing hand signals now, just to start being more interactive? Anyways, LeBron James versus Michael Jordan is also a controversial one where it's like if you have one side or you have the other, you can't be in the middle of both. LeBron James has more titles than, or like not titles. He has more records broken than championship titles against Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan has more championship wins over LeBron James. But there's still someone who's even better, I would consider to be better than either but one of them, and that's going to be Bill Russell from the Boston Celtics. He has 8 championship titles on top of his name. That's more than Michael Jordan and more than LeBron James. Not combined, but it's like what defines greatness or which one's going to be the greater player is who has the better influence on the game. I think, in my mind, I think it's going to be Tom Brady because of the fact that he's more of a recognized name nowadays for younger kids because there's also on ESPN, he's also doing sportscasting, all that kind of stuff for those games. But let's not forget, Peyton Manning had the Nationwide commercials. Do we not forget that? Like the Nation Chicken.
No, he did. Yeah, no,
so
he still has. He
still has them. But it's like, regardless of who, that's the whole dilemma.
Thing is like when you ask, it's like that's not the first time I've heard like a question about who's better, Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott, right? Well, that's the thing is like a lot of people look at the numbers, right? And so to your point, what the heck?
Where did Trevor go?
Oh. I don't even know.
I don't know. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, to your point, it's like hard because it's like one person has more records broken, but this person has more championships overall. So it's like, do the tiny little records match up to those big championships? And that's the thing. I feel like whenever you can break a record, right? And those records are not easy to break. I mean, obviously there's some hard records to break out there, but when you talk about like going for the championship, like I feel like that really defines a player much more than stats. That's why it's like hard because it's like, oh well, this player has beaten more stats than this guy, but at the end of the day, when you look at a championship with any sport, it's like the best are going against each other, right? And so it's like, but that's the other thing is like. So, like, at the end of the day, Tom Brady, I think, is better than Peyton Manning, only because, I mean, shoot, he's known for all the Super Bowls.
I'll
And I
say
don't think Peyton Manning has.
I'll say Tom Brady is the Michael Jordan of football. I said it.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Also, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
Hurts is the freaking Michael Jordan.
Shut up.
no. Shut up. I'm not. I'm gonna say Tom Brady was well, not just because I'm wearing a Boston hat. I grew up watching Peyton Manning, and I was a big fan of Trevor. What are you doing, man? Like,
Bored.
I did enjoy watching Peyton Manning's games for the fact that when he did win, it was through skill, not by fame. That's what I only say. The caveat.
Well,
is
that's
to
the
that.
other thing is like you think about, you brought up the fact that whenever Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers, so did Rob Gronkowski, right? And so, like, shoot, you think of like who would Patrick Mahomes be without Travis Kelce?
He would still be Patrick Mahomes.
I'm saying, like, would he still be like that same player? Like, I guess like skill wise, he won't lose any skill. But I'm saying, would he still have like the same amount of success?
I don't know. I'm not a sports man. I don't regularly watch sports, but I will say, I think when people pair people with another person, like great team players like Kevin Durant or Steph Curry or LeBron or Kyrie or all that kind of stuff, I don't think it's the chemistry between the two players. I think it's just their own personal greatness. So I'm gonna still go with Tom Brady, but I'm still gonna have that caveat of who did I enjoy watching more win.
Tom Brady. I did not. Yeah, I didn't. Tom Brady's better, but I would rather watch Peyton Manning.
Facts.
And to Trevor, to keep it short, what is you said Tom Brady,
Tom
right?
Brady.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Next thing, let's do a movies one. Movies
that went
one.
on a lot longer than
That was a very
would.
theological one. If it would have been Michael Jordan, I would have been theologizing you. I would have been like, here's the stats, here's the numbers, here's all the things. I would have been going
I'm not that
into.
big as I don't follow basketball, so I'm kind of lost there.
All right, Trevor, hit us with another
You share us with another
common hot take.
All right, we got
Do a movie one.
A movie one.
Food one.
We'll do
break.
We'll do a movie one first, and then if we have time, we'll do a food one. Real quick. People who say that Die Hard is their favorite Christmas movie are trying too hard. 3, 2, 1. It is a Christmas movie, but saying it's your favorite Christmas movie is kind of whack.
That's a stretch. Like, you have to be
Home Alone's peak.
Mr. Fantastic.
You have to be a very dedicated Bruce Willis fan to say that that's your favorite Christmas movie. It's just like saying, what's your favorite live-action Disney movie watching out? Oh, it was The Kid. Nobody remembers what The Kid is, because it's that old a movie, and that's when Bruce Willis still had hair. That's how old of a movie it is, and it's a wild. I don't know. Bruce Willis, in my opinion, he's not my favorite actor. I do like seeing him in movies, but he's just not my favorite actor. It's just his tone and his voice. I just don't. I don't know. When he's talking like this all the time, and he's going higher and higher, his eyes kind of close a little bit when he talks, especially when he's in the heated moments, and he's just like. He's talking like this all the time. I don't know.
Okay,
you should be an actor. Whittaker.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that, Trevor. I kind of am an actor.
Anyways,
not a good one though. Not a good one.
I'll do another movie one since that one was kind of quick, and then we'll do a food one. The movie Wonder Woman. Was it nearly as feminist or groundbreaking as the movie advertised?
I don't know if I've seen Wonder Woman yet.
Compared to what?
I don't know. Like, the movie was advertised as a very feminist and groundbreaking movie, but the actual movie itself wasn't like it was advertised.
I'm going to have to agree with that because I feel like the Chris Pine really added a lot of masculinity to that movie.
Yeah.
And I love Chris Pine. I love Chris Pine.
What a man.
It was so funny. I was scrolling on TikTok the other day, and I watched, for some reason, Star Trek came up on my feed for some reason. I don't like Star Trek at all. I just remember watching the first trailer because I remember Chris Pine was in it, and I completely forgot Chris Hemsworth was in Star Trek for like the first 5 minutes of the movie, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's in that!
It's Thor! Oh my gosh.
It's freaking Thor! What?"
I will ask, is Chris Pine a top 5 hottest actor in Hollywood? Men only.
No.
Men only. No.
No.
Wow. I think,
No.
I'm not going to lie, I think the number 1 is Ryan Gosling. What a man.
Nah, you have. This is respectably no. You have Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp looks good no matter what age. You could freaking have him in you have him in Jack Sparrow costume. He's number 1. Like
he looks a little
he
dirty,
is
though, like in Jack Sparrow.
he still looks good though.
But
like
as Jack Sparrow,
if I was a woman,
like if you were a woman, you would want a dirty man.
No, if I was a woman, I want someone that looks as good as Jack Sparrow to come save me. I don't get why women hate it. Maybe because he was a liar. But if I was a woman, if I could choose movie men to choose to be like a kiss, marry, kill situation.
Oh, let's do it.
Like a kiss, marry, kill situation. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. You think of your top 5. You like kiss, marry, kill. 3 actors, right? All of them, it would be a situation if you marry them, you kill them, or you do the other thing. We'll say kiss, marry, shaboink, because we can't say the other word.
Kiss, marry, shaboink.
Kiss, marry, shaboink. But I'm gonna be naming the actors. Okay, this is between. It's like you name 3 actors for each person, and then you choose those actors accordingly. Now they cannot be the same actors through my choice of actors, Trevor's choice of actors, or even Jonathan's choice of actors. All right, so. Already have in your mind, you are a woman, not a man, all right? We're not seeing this from a gay perspective. We're seeing this from a woman's perspective, all right?
Wait, who's going first? Who's going first?
I'm going first since I already have the gears grinding.
Okay.
You have Leonardo DiCaprio from...
Oh, no. I'm nervous.
From...
What's
Basketball Dream Yeah. Yes. He's a child in that one.
That was a joke, bro. And you said yeah to it. That's kind of crazy.
No, I mean, unless you want to marry someone autistic, by all means. You have Leonardo DiCaprio in Blood Diamond. I don't know if you've seen Blood Diamond.
Let me look up what he looks like, though. Okay. He kind of looks similar to his look in Shutter Island.
It's very similar, except he's got more of like a hair style that goes down his face. Leonardo DiCaprio from Blood Diamond. You have Mel Gibson from Braveheart. Braveheart Mel Gibson.
Bro, I know who I'm killing right away.
Or Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator 2, specifically Terminator 2.
Is this? Okay. I'll kiss Arnold from Terminator. I'll shaboink Leonardo DiCaprio from Blood Diamond. And I'm killing Mel Gibson from Braveheart.
I should have chosen from Wolf of Wall Street, Leo DiCaprio, honestly.
I'd still shaboink him for his money. Because, I'm from a woman's perspective. For the money. For the money.
That was a really random list. I didn't want to give like 2 attractive guys, in movies. That was my goal.
3 attractive guys.
All right, go ahead.
All right. We got Brad Pitt from Seven. So he's got kind of the shorter hair. He's got the goatee.
The warrior cut with the goatee. Yeah. Honestly, I'd say his look in that is the same thing as Fight Club. There's no difference.
A little bit, yeah.
It's the Fight Club.
Keep in mind, we are all straight men.
Some of us.
Facts. I'll say we got Andrew Garfield from TASM 1. So he's a little bit more of an emo look, But he's still Andrew Garfield. He's hot.
What?
Yeah, you heard that right, Jack. He was right outside my door. He goes, "What?" And then we got Ryan Gosling from Barbie. Which one you kissing? Which one you killing? Which one you shaboinking? John's dying.
I'm killing Ryan Gosling. He's just too much of an idiot for me. I don't think I could handle him that much. It's just like he's just an idiot.
But he's just Ken.
Still, sorry, I can't handle stupid people. Especially if I was a woman, I wouldn't be able to handle stupid people. Kissing, probably. Christ. I'm debating between Andrew and
Brad
wait, who was the other person? I'm sorry, Brad Pitt.
Well, they are the only two left.
Okay.
So yeah, you have to debate.
I'm kissing Brad Pitt because of the fact that he has all that PTSD and trauma from his wife being literally beheaded, so that's not going to translate well. And then I'm shaboinking Andrew Garfield all day, baby! All day! All day I'm shaboinking him.
We did go with their movie adaptations. So you're down with shaboinking a minor?
That's crazy.
You gave the option. There was no other option. I mean, other than...
Kind of sus.
I'm
You could
trying
have
to think
killed him. You could have killed him.
Hey, you get to say you shaboinked Spider-Man. You didn't say which person of Andrew.
He's still a minor, bro.
Hey, I'm walking away with shaboinking Spider-Man. Nobody else gets to say that except for Gwen Stacy or MJ or Silk or freaking gay other people in the Spider-Man comics. Because I don't think there's ever been a gay Spider-Man interest
he's like
ever.
16 in that movie. He's supposed to be like
It's
16.
still Andrew Garfield. It's still Andrew Garfield.
That's like the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life.
Hey, it was not 16 whenever they were filming the movie.
But it's their character. So you're freaking...
I was talking about the actors, not the character.
No, I'm talking about the characters. You belong in a prison, bro.
I was very clear that this is the actors.
You're
during
going
that
to
time,
jail.
not the characters. No,
Hey,
my God.
hey, yeah, we got him.
You're incriminating.
We
You're
got
incriminating
him.
me.
He's right
That's
over there.
wild.
Whittaker snare. Over there.
Hey, we still got Jonathan's answer, too.
Yeah, let's hear it, John.
Yep.
Nice, nice. Okay, what's your three actors? What's your three actors? If you got them.
Joaquin Phoenix
From
what movie?
from Joker. I'll go from Joker 2.
Bro, he's
Joaquin
like...
Phoenix from Joker.
You can see his
Kinda.
rib cage, bro.
I'll go Matthew McConaughey.
From?
Anyone but you.
That is not Matthew McConaughey. That is Glenn Powell.
Yeah, him, Glenn Powell. Yeah.
I was like, when was he in a movie with Sydney Sweeney? What?
Could you imagine?
How was the guy in 10 Days? Matthew McConaughey.
Shaboinking Matthew McConaughey,
There we
killing
go.
Glenn Powell, and then kissing freaking... I just forgot the name. I'm not even gonna lie.
Joaquin, you're kissing Joaquin.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah!
With the rib cage and all. Are we going? Okay, so we are going with the actor, right? Not the character?
Yes.
Yes.
Not the character, yes.
Okay.
Because you gotta remember,
Well, you
there was
literally
CGI done
said-
to Joaquin Phoenix.
When I gave off Brad
The
Pitt.
actor during the
When
filming.
I gave off Brad Pitt, you were like, that character just saw his wife beheaded.
Oh, that's true.
So which one are we going with, Whittaker?
Let's go with both.
Well, if it's
Whichever
both,
option's better.
I'm killing Joaquin Phoenix, bro. I wouldn't be able to handle all that. Lady Gaga could, but I can't.
Facts.
It is a good movie, though. It is a really good movie.
It's a trash movie.
Anyways,
Joker for you, do.
Continue, Trevor.
if we are going with the characters, I'm killing Joaquin Phoenix. I am shaboinking the heck out of Matthew McConaughey, and then I'll give a big old smooch on Glenn Powell. Texas
Should we do
man.
female? Should we do opposite genders now?
No,
for the heck of it.
I'm getting married.
Well, then we don't have to do shaboing. Just kiss, marry, kill.
No, I'm
That's
not.
better,
No,
right?
no, that's worse.
Kiss or kill then. Kiss or kill.
No!
That's...
I'm a loyal man.
You don't gotta choose.
I say we review because I got some stuff to do.
This is my female one. This is a very, very simple 3. Kiss, marry, shaboing. Trevor doesn't have to answer because he's getting married. All right. Halle Berry, like prime Halle Berry.
Do you know who Halle Berry is, John? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I was about to say like Jessica Alba.
Who the heck's that?
Who is that?
Meet Fantastic Four, the original 2000 movie.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't think you good boys are ready for this one.
Well, I'm not answering, so it's fine.
Well, I know. You can think in your head as long as Miranda doesn't see this, you're fine.
Yeah, she doesn't watch videos.
Megan Fox, prime Megan Fox. I gave all 3 hard options right here. Trevor, if you weren't married or if you weren't getting engaged, which ones would you choose? That's the real question.
Both of those statements are wrong. I'm not married, and I am already engaged. So,
I'm saying if you weren't, if you didn't have any of this going on in your life,
that's not even. What does he say in Marty?
Come
Supreme?
on, man, you gotta choose.
What does
you
he
gotta
say in Marty
choose.
Supreme? That doesn't even enter my consciousness.
You gotta choose.
No,
you can't just be on Jonathan because Jonathan barely was knowing who these characters were.
You see what happened about 2,000 years ago, or actually more than 2,000 years ago. At the start of time, God created Adam and Eve with free will, meaning they could choose what they want to do. So I am choosing not to answer this question, Whittaker.
All the fans are gonna blow up like, "Oh, Trevor's such a scaredy cat."
Trevor's a simp.
Trevor's a simp.
Sorry, I love my fiance, bro.
So, anyways, moving on to the actual review itself.
Oh my gosh, it was all for nothing.
John doesn't want to answer.
It was for nothing.
He's like, I don't even know who half those actresses are.
Well, facts. Yeah, I don't even know.
All right, John.
Let's get into the review.
You do know Megan Fox, though, right?
Yes, I did.
All right, we'll say Megan Fox, Lady Gaga, and Sydney Sweeney. Since you know all 3 of those.
I'm killing Lady Gaga.
There you go. I mean, no, I'm not answering. Is Whittaker frozen or is he just okay? I was like,
no.
I'll marry Sydney Sweeney.
Ew!
And I'll kiss Megan Fox.
You missed out on Megan Fox, dude. Megan Fox is still beautiful.
She's kind of like
so is Sydney Sweeney.
She's kind of like a weirdo in real life, bro. Megan Fox.
Well, she did marry Machine Gun Kelly. Very odd choice.
Very poor.
Actually, I don't think they're married anymore, though. I could be wrong.
I don't even know.
Anyways, let's get into the Avengers review.
This review, bro. I'm so excited. I've already talked to John about this. Whittaker knows my take that Avengers 1 is a top 3 MCU movie, and he strongly disagreed with that, so I'm really not sure how he feels about this movie. But, Mr. Whittaker, what do you rate Marvel's Avengers from 2012?
I'm going to rate this movie just compared to the rest of the movies that we've already seen, right?
Sure.
Okay. From the entire Phase 1, I'm going to give this...
Or just as a movie. It don't matter.
As a movie? Okay. As a movie, this is going to give it 7.9 out of 10. 7.9 out of 10. Out of the Phase 1, if I were to rank it with all the Phase 1 movies, it's going to be Captain America, Iron Man, and then Avengers for me. Does that kind of help with the base of the rating?
That makes me sad.
7.9. 7.9. One of the biggest stipulations for this movie is that the Captain America suit...
Don't go on.
It sucks balls! The first Captain America suit is so freaking corny, and it just sucks balls, dude.
All All right, cool. I muted. Did I mute him for y'all, or is it just for me? I think it's just for me.
I don't know. Maybe.
I tried muting you. Anyways, Mr. John, or I'll go ahead. I'm just gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Mr. John, what do you rate?
I'm not gonna lie, I cannot remember what we talked about this movie. But anyways, I think I completely forgot about this conversation that we had. 10 out of 10.
There we go. Freaking Whittaker's looking at his crotch.
I feel like
I'm looking at my watch. I'm trying to text a message because I'm doing this from my phone. I don't got a laptop like y'all. I ain't as rich as y'all are.
Just buy a laptop, bro.
Facts. Bro, facts. This guy doesn't got money.
Why don't you just buy me one?
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Because you like me. We bought Jonathan a mic. Why don't you buy me a laptop? It doesn't have to be a good one. It doesn't have to work. You can just buy me one.
Bro, you can have my old laptop if you want.
I don't think it's worth it, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, but why a 10 out of 10 for y'all though? I don't see the vision or lack of.
I feel like
vision.
I know what this movie is known for.
Huh?
I feel like I know what this. I feel like I know like the scene that's like, you know, why this movie is like so peak. I feel like when you think of like the one scene, like it's Avengers, you know.
Awesome.
Okay, great. Nice.
Good one.
I was like, where are you going with this?
I don't freaking know.
Yeah, I kind of want to hear your problems first because
yeah, why do you have
I
problems?
literally only have like good things to say about this movie.
Number one, the costumes for Captain America just sucks. I can't get over it. Every time I see him on the screen, I'm just like, really?
I'm not bothered.
We went with that option? Like the whole covered ears and the bulky helmet.
Have you seen what it looks like without the covers on the ears?
Yes.
It looks buns, bro.
It looks better because we did get a better version of it. In Age of Ultron, we got a better version of it. In Winter Soldier, we got a better version of it.
No,
we could have just had the original Captain America suit. We could have just had the original.
But
the original was better.
In Avengers 1, the helmet is connected to the rest of the costume, whereas the other costumes aren't.
I still like the first one better. The first one is the best one. It is the best suit we got out of all of Captain America's suits.
No.
Because it is
Endgame
just
is the best.
Raw. It is just a raw suit of just tactical wear.
You love it raw, bro. You love it raw.
No, it is not. It is just the way it is. It is a beautiful suit. It's not like it's over the top. Honestly, I don't prefer the scales that we got in Endgame to the first suit. I just don't prefer it. I prefer the first suit. When we saw it in Winter Soldier again, I'm like, yes, we're going back to the roots of what's awesome. I love it. This one, I'm just like, what are we doing here? Why are we modernizing Captain America? I'm sorry, we could not hear a single thing you just said, Trevor.
I wasn't saying anything. I fell asleep on my mic.
Oh,
sorry.
Anyways, the Captain America suit, I cannot get behind it. I also hate the fact that Hawkeye doesn't have his traditional cap. That also pisses me off because it's just like he's not even wearing purple. He's wearing black and red. Hawkeye wears purple. Let's be clear about that.
Bro, the MCU is not exactly like the comics, bro.
We still got a comic accuracy in Hawkeye. We got a better suit in Hawkeye than we did in the Avengers.
Okay, who cares?
Come on, bro.
Literally, who cares?
Come on.
Like, literally, Iron Man's Mark 1 suit looks nothing like it does in the comics.
It still looks good, though.
Okay.
It looks good.
He's a freaking agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Of course he's going to wear a S.H.I.E.L.D. uniform.
I'm not mad about the S.H.I.E.L.D. uniform. I'm frustrated there's no purple. That is literally all Hawkeye wears is purple.
It's because he has not been his own hero yet. He has only lived as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. It wouldn't make sense for him to have his own costume when he hasn't been his own hero yet. Nobody even calls him Hawkeye. They call him the Hawk.
No, they call him Hawkeye.
Kaka. Go suck my fat one.
All right, you Derek-looking mother freaker. Yeah, you're fat. You're fat. Anyways, beyond that, I feel like the story with Loki is a little lost.
Oh, tell me about it.
I get the fact. Yes, he's trying to rule Earth, but honestly, I don't see the point of ruling Earth. Like, from my standpoint, if you're looking at Loki, he's trying to rule Asgard. Asgard is 100% better than Earth is on a multitudative level of just there's more magic, there's more gold, there's just more aura with Asgard, right? Why are you gonna be ruler of Earth? Like, are you that low in your life where you think Earth is your best option? You could have gone back to Jotunheim and would have been a king.
I see it.
Why didn't you just go back to your country? Why did you go back to your planet? Why did you not just go embrace the blue and just go back to where you came from? That's not politically charged, by the way. I'm just being honest.
It definitely is. Freaking racist. Anyways, I see it as two reasons. Number one, the Tesseract is already on Earth, so he's gonna have to go to Earth anyway to get the Tesseract. Number two,
the Tesseract wasn't even introduced until the event, after.
It was in the end credit of Thor. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. The very end of Thor, but it doesn't make sense of how.
Point?
What I'm saying is it doesn't make sense why Loki is just suddenly going after the Tesseract, obviously other than the fact that Thanos is trying to collect the Infinity Stones, which we didn't even know that the Tesseract had an Infinity Stone until Thanos literally crushed it and got the Infinity Stone out of it.
Okay,
not.
What's your point?
My point is
you're getting so sidetracked right now. What's your point?
I know, because there's just little things in the movie that piss me off that it's just like I can't sit there and just not think about the little things where I'm like, where is this going? Because obviously, yes, it was the first iteration of the Avengers in the MCU. So there are different things that had to get fixed later on, but it's like you gotta think those through all the way. It's just like the Infinity Gauntlet scene in Thor. We see it, but then they like retcon it by saying fake. Like it's the little things that just don't make sense to me. Like I just can't handle it. I just can't.
Another reason why I think Loki going to Earth is fine is because he knows that, or he hates Thor, and he knows that Thor loves Earth, and freaking knowing Loki, he would want to ruin Thor's life. What better way to do it is to destroy the planet that he loves?
Then why just not go after Jane Foster?
Because
that's not even Earth as a whole.
Style, bro.
No, but like, I'm gonna not get sidetracked because it's like there's a whole. I can make a whole video on this movie.
What do you think about Avengers?
That's a good movie. Other than the fact that I believe it was this one. I think for some reason I think it was last week I was kind of talking about, or the week before or something like that. But the only thing I would have changed about Avengers, yeah, I know it was this movie. Yeah. At the very beginning of the movie, I kind of thought that they were going to they were gathering the Avengers, and the first time we see more than one Avenger in the same scene is, I think, between Captain America and Iron Man. And, like, it's not that big of a detail, honestly. I just kind of envisioned, like, at the very beginning, they would all, like, come together, like, all at once, like, kind of at the very end, whenever they're, like, in the big final fight scene, and, like, all the music starts, and it's like, whoa, like, this is pretty peak, whatever. And like they're all in the circle, I just kind of envisioned that, but at the very beginning. So that's like a tiny detail, but it's not enough to like bring this movie down.
I will say, Black Widow did go to recruit Bruce Banner, the Hulk, so there was an Avenger crossover, before the Captain America Iron Man thing. But anyways,
yes,
there's
but, like.
Please.
The point,
please.
Yeah, I wasn't done. Anyways, the point being is that I guess it would have been cool, like very end final fight scene, they all like are in a circle, facing out, whatever, like about to do their thing. If they had that, but at the very beginning, and they were like all in a line or whatever, like as like the first like official shot of like these are the Avengers. You know, does that make sense? Instead of like adding them one by one, like
yeah, that does make sense, but there was a
cool.
there was a little line when Agent Coulson went to go recruit Tony. He had said that the Avengers idea was like completely scrapped. Like they had proposed the idea to the members, and then we're basically like, you know what? Nah, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this anymore. And then once Loki came to Earth, they were like, dude, like Shield cannot handle this. We do in fact need the Avengers.
No, but the director, Nick Fury was still the director, but it was the higher ups of Shield that were like, no, we still don't need them. We're just gonna nuke New York City. That's the part where I'm like,
team.
I mean, all in all, I will say the movie is great and I do love it, but there are just little things where I still gave it a 7.9, Trevor.
Bro,
like, I could have given
little things brought it down 2.1 points.
It's just also the dialogue is just goofy. The dialogue is goofy.
What would make it? What would make your review and or your rating an 8.0? Why does it have to be a 7.9?
Because it just does, Jonathan. I got to be complicated like that.
Name one line of dialogue in Avengers 2012 that you think is corny.
It's when Tony offers the freaking blueberries.
Dude, that was improvised. How is that corny?
I know, but it's like it's still like that.
And out of Tony's character.
But it's also Mark Ruffalo in his line of like him trying to be a big tough guy when he's like threatening the Nick Fury. Is like, you want to know how angry I can get? Why don't you just go and find out? And he's holding the scepter. Like I'm like,
the scepter's playing mind games with him, bro.
I know, but it's like
that shot of the Avengers. It was going upside down, and then it's got the scepter in front. It's saying.
I realize that.
Okay,
but
then
the
then why is that a bad thing, bro?
It's because the dialogue is cringy. It's
what
so
dialogue?
Cringy. Like,
he's talking about how he tried to kill himself.
No, I'm talking about like the part where he's threatening Natasha before he gets all big and angry, and the bomb comes in. I'm like, it's just I can't. The only best part of like the best thing that came out of the dialogue was Loki's monologue versus Hulk, and then the Hulk absolutely slamming the crap out of him on the floor. Yes, that is the most.
Loki has a better line
hilarious
of dialogue.
Part.
It's when he's in Germany and he makes everyone bow. That whole scene, bro. And then Cap jumps down, blocks the blast. He's like, last time I was in Germany and saw a man standing above everyone else, we ended up disagreeing, bro.
I still think that the for me, the Hulk basically ragdolling Loki is more memorable than that. Because first thing I think about that.
Memorable, yeah.
I think about that scene the first thing when I think of Avengers. And then I think about the circling shot, which breaks the 180 rule, by the way, for anybody who's a fan of cinema. It breaks the 180 rule. But
actually, no, it doesn't, because two characters aren't talking to each other and looking at each other. So it does not break the 180-degree rule. You see, film school taught me things, Whittaker.
Finally, actually had to get that out of you. Jesus Christ, dude. Finally, you had something to use it for.
Whittaker's all like, oh, yeah, I was just testing you, bro. I was just testing you.
No, I was testing you because I'm actually making sure
No, you were not testing me, bro. Shut up, man. Get out of here.
Man. Get baited. Get baited again.
The fact that Whittaker just used the Lord's name in vain is diabolical.
Did he?
He said Jesus Christ.
I said Christ. I didn't say Jesus Christ.
Same thing.
Jesus Christ is Lord.
Jesus is the Christ.
Jesus is Christ.
Yeah, so you just use
Christ is Jesus.
Bro. Christ is
anyways.
Jesus.
Christ is but there's a certain level. I don't know. There's a certain level of that movie where I just think about it too much, and it's probably because I'm just overthinking it. If I just shut my brain off and just watch it like a regular human being instead of being overcomplicated and actually appreciating the small things in movies, I probably would give it an 8.9. Probably a whole 10 points up. But it's just like, I don't know. There's something about it where I overthink it too much, and it's just, in my mind, it's like, I can't get over something about that. It's just, I don't know. I feel like there's not enough context given for the people who are, like I attack it from the viewpoint of the people who are just watching, who are just finding out about the Avengers the first time. This is not the way to do it. Like, I don't think it was built for people who are trying to understand the Marvel universe at all. Like, it was more just think of like
John's trying to understand it. He gave this a 10 out of 10.
He's also seen the other movies.
Oh, you're saying if you go right into it just with Avengers?
I'm saying as if you're watching it from, if you have had no experience watching Marvel movies at all, going into it, you're kind of like, oh, so we're now just like jumping into this team? Like, where's the build up before that? That's what I'm saying. It feels rushed. Like they're trying to keep the fans engaged from away from the origin stories. That's what I'm saying.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, but I feel like also
because that's why I was. Didn't I say at one point that I thought that Avengers came too early?
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
It's the little things like that where I'm like, this was definitely a thing of they were putting it out there so early because of the fact that they were probably losing some of the retention span in the theaters or something like that, where people, it was like fading out. So I think for myself, it just feels a bit too soon. If they would have done it, I'm going to say this is probably going to be a little weird. If they would have placed Ant-Man in the Avengers before that, because Ant-Man, in my mind, he is a critical Avengers team player. Same with Black Panther and same with Vision. If you would have had a rewrite of that, you have Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Natasha, Black Widow. I just say Natasha because most people just refer her as Natasha, not even Black Widow, which is just weird. She's supposed to be a Soviet spy, and everybody knows her first name. Hawkeye, Ant-Man, Black Panther, and then Vision. That is that is my Avengers. That's my team of Avengers because it's more than just a couple people with extra abilities or smart gadgets or superhuman powers. That it feels a little bit like, okay, they can actually get something done rather than, how many people was it? 6?
That was 8.
8? No.
That you just named, that was like 8 people. 8 or 9.
I don't know. It feels like there's more of a capability with a bigger team than a smaller team. That's what I'm saying. And honestly, actually, hold on. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about what Rocket Raccoon said, that the Chitauri is the suckiest army in the galaxy, and they still beat it with like 6 people. That's crazy. That's funny. I'm now just remembering that from Endgame. That's wild.
So you don't need those extra 3 people, is what you're saying.
I'm saying it. I don't know. Possibly they could have got the job done a little bit better without them having to actually almost sacrificing one of the main characters.
Like
Great.
Phil Coulson.
Iron Man.
They didn't sacrifice.
And Phil Coulson. Oh, rest in peace, Phil Coulson. Rest in peace, Phil Coulson. Jeez. And then we got freaking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after that, and everyone's like, didn't he just die?
Yeah, I never saw it.
I'm like, what are they doing?
John, what are your hopes for the future of Marvel? I know you've seen some of the other movies later on down the line, but just going at it from a new
I'm kind of dreading getting past the next Thor. I don't really want to watch the next Thor just because of how bones the first one was.
It's pretty bad.
Thanks.
But according to Whittaker, the first 2 Thor movies are the best of the Thor movies.
I'm excited to like get to the parts where like, I don't know. I feel like I just have to keep watching in order to like, whoa, like now we're adding this element and now we're adding this element and things like that. So it's kind of early, but I'm not gassed out yet. So I'm looking forward to continuing.
Where like going into it, what was your meter at? Were you at like full 100%? Like, oh, let's do it, let's get it, let's watch it. I'm excited.
Yes,
What do you?
I still look forward to. I still 100, I would say. Okay. I mean, outside of the like, it's like hard to like gauge it just because like, obviously Thor is pretty buns, and whenever I'm like, oh, what's the next movie I gotta watch, and I see Thor, I'm like, man.
Bro, I'm so excited for you to watch Winter Soldier.
Is that Captain America Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. I think I might have seen that one. I can't remember. Anyways.
So good.
I'm excited.
And yeah, I mean, Phase 2 is probably one of my favorite phases when they announced it because you had a lot more development of stories and origin stories, all that kind of stuff, because that was when we got Ant-Man. And
that's why I'm excited, because I'm finally getting to the movies that I've like seen.
Yeah, and so if I could rewrite the MCU, I would do all the origin stories first. And then do Avengers as a whole team unit, because of Nick Fury collecting all these people for years and years and years, and then putting them against an Avengers level threat. That makes more sense to me, rather than just adding on Avengers and people to support the team. Because I don't know, after Civil War, I feel like there's been a narrative that they try to push with the Infinity Stones that it just kind of feels like shoving it down your gullet. Like, it's always in the back of your mind of like, where does this involve with the Infinity Stones, all that kind of stuff. Like, Civil War obviously didn't really have much to do with the Infinity Stones. It was more just an internal coup, but you're still thinking about like what's going on in the background. Because I think Guardians was the first thing where we get a mention of the Infinity Stone. Correct me if I'm wrong, because nobody knew what Infinity Stone was before that. So after that, you're forced into this narrative of like, well, what's the Infinity Stone gonna do? Like, who is it? Is there more than one? Then we find out there's more than one. It's like, oh, okay, so like, cool. So there's more than one. So there's more of these stones. So how is that gonna make it part? Oh, someone's collecting it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so someone's collecting it. Oh, there's a power glove now. Oh, so now that all of these combined make a very bad weapon for someone that could have it in the evil hands. Oh, someone's already got the weapon. Okay, great. Now we got to go stop the big guy. That's what I feel like. It's just a narrative that they just like. They don't give much side plots outside of the Avengers. Like, if they were to add more side stories beyond the big bads, like, I would say, despite how terrible Captain America Brave New World is, it gave us one of the best subplots outside of the Infinity War story, because we're dealing with another Hulk, and we're also dealing with the serpent. The serpent. What was the name? The group of the
Serpent Society.
Serpent Society. I love that. Serpent Society is something I remembered from watching the original Avengers cartoon, and that wasn't like, they weren't a big bad. They were just their own subplot. So I feel like if they focus so much on the narrative of these big bads, people are going to get lost in that, and they don't know. That's all they're going to expect. But having these subplots, like Wonder Man doesn't have a big villain. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, just like,
it's beautiful
just like Eternals also. But not really.
Eternals just sucks.
It's not really
Eternals
connected.
suck.
It's not really connected.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Not until,
because Thanos is a deviant. Thanos is a deviant.
Yeah, but it's not mentioned that Thanos is a deviant.
It is implied.
No.
Brother of Thanos?
You only know.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but
yes, it does.
They do say brother of Thanos, but they don't say Thanos was a deviant, bro.
Bro, you take one look at him, you think he's not going to be a deviant? Come on. Come on,
bro.
Come on. You take one look at his grape, nutsack looking face, and you're not going to tell me he does not look like a deviant? Come on. Come on. If Star Fox is a creation of the Sentinels, not
Celestials, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm tired of correcting
Celestials,
you, bro.
my
You gotta
bad.
Study up.
Thanks for sharing your thoughts, Whittaker.
What I'm saying is that I feel like they're getting too lost in the bigger bad plots and not having enough subplots.
Too lost
That's
in
why
the sauce.
They're getting lost in the sauce, yes. So, and going to Doomsday, I don't think this is... I've started to come to the idea that this is not going to end up being something that we're going to expect. And we're going to really hate Doomsday. Because it's not just the nostalgia factor. Not because of the nostalgia factor, because of the fact that we know who's going to be the big bad, but we're already going to get so lost in our own subplots in our mind, or our... Just like, it's going to be exactly like Stranger Things, because we already know the direction it's going to Secret Wars, but we're going to get disappointed because of the fact that it's going to be a movie adaptation of a comic book that started in the 80s and had a reiteration in 2015. I don't know. I just don't think that they're playing into the actual feeling of a superhero movie nowadays. They're just playing into what's going to make them money and focusing on big bads at the very end.
I can't wait for you to be proven wrong.
I don't want to say I'm proven right. I just don't want it to be a thing where I am right and I'll be coming back. No, if I am right, I'm gonna be telling y'all that I was right. I told you this movie was gonna suck or whatever.
Yeah, but
I
movies are subjective, bro. So you could think it
Fact,
sucks, but I could think it's literally the best thing ever.
So then you're saying I'm not wrong for thinking Avengers is 7.9 out of 10. So it's subjective.
Yeah,
To each person.
Subjective. That's your
Subjective.
opinion. Even if you're wrong, that's your opinion.
I may be right. I may be right to a couple other people, and that it's just like the same thing. Think about Jared Leto. He's not necessarily a bad actor. It's subjective. Like thinking Jared Leto's a bad actor. If he was such a bad actor, why is he in Hollywood? Answer that, Batman.
Batman.
Riddle me that, Batman. So
Nice.
But good ending, guys. Thank y'all for watching Let's Review Cinema. Beat you to it. Thank y'all so much for watching Let's Review Cinema. Thank you for the crazy episode we had today. It was probably a lot of moments where like, this Whittaker guy is stupid. But make sure to comment which one was your favorite part about me being stupid. Make sure to like, subscribe to all the other platforms on YouTube, social media, and I'm screwing this up. Trevor, go ahead and take away the outro. I'm already messing this up.
I got it. Trevor's asleep. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like, share. Go follow our Instagram. Go follow our TikTok. Go follow all the things. But I don't even know what Trevor's doing. Anyways, we will be reviewing whatever the next one is. Thor 3?
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm excited to watch that one.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah.
thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Love y'all. Bye.